Now let's talk about Air India. Once upon a time, it was renowned for its service, but those days are long gone. Now the former state-owned national carrier is the airline that Indians love complaining about. From broken chairs to poor service, seat downgrades, tardiness, you name it, and Air India probably has that problem. And now an Indian politician wants to award it the Oscar for the worst airlines. So what's behind Air India's persistent woes? Here's a report.
If there was an Oscar equivalent for the worst airlines, Air India would win hands down in every category. Broken seats, the worst staff, pathetic on-ground support staff, and poor customer service. We aren't saying this. These scathing remarks come from an Indian politician, Bharatiya Janata Party leader Jaiveer Shergill. He has blasted the Indian air heavyweight, Air India, with a post on X, formerly known as Twitter. This comes days after Union Minister Shivraj Chouhan posted about his Air India woes on the same platform. He talked about being allotted a broken seat that sunk in on a flight, calling it immoral on Air India's part and a betrayal of passenger trust. In both these instances, the airline has apologized for the inconvenience within hours. The Union Aviation Minister claims to have spoken to Air India, demanding necessary action. Meanwhile, the Directorate General of Civil Aviation, or DGCA, has called a meeting with the carrier. The Indian regulator has learned that Air India's seat was not broken, but the airline uses lean cushions to keep the aircraft weight low, which can make the seat feel sunken. So the DGCA has asked Air India to ensure passenger comfort. But this is hardly the end of the saga. The political row has stirred a debate in India. Hundreds of customers are firing off concerns on social media, labeling the airline as pathetic, talking about paying for a business class ticket but being allotted a seat in the economy section, and claiming that the situation was better before the disinvestment. You see, the Tata started Air India in the year 1932. In 1953, the government took over. Air India became the country's flagship carrier. It was touted as one of the best airlines globally, renowned for its service. But soon, it came to be seen as a cautionary tale of decline. It racked up billions of dollars in losses. It struggled to compete. It gained a reputation for tardiness. Its services took a hit, and the name suffered. So the state carrier was returned to the Tatas. They bought it from the government in the year 2022. And the Tata Group's comeback raised people's hopes. While nobody expected miracles within such a short period of time, the progress has been painfully slow. The airline has gone through extensive rebranding. It has merged with Tata's crowd puller, Vistara. They promised cabin modernization, changes in customer service, and a fleet upgrade. The group has spent billions of dollars investing in hundreds of new aircraft, some of which will join the fleet by mid-2025. Now, Air India is operating a fleet of more than 200 planes, serving more than 60 million customers annually, connecting them to over 100 destinations the world over, and finally reducing its losses. In the last fiscal year, Air India's losses fell by 60%. Like we said, there is progress, but the customer experience on the ground and up in the air often disagrees. Customers complain of frequent downgrades. Last month, a passenger complained of being downgraded from business class to economy, along with his 4-year-old son, and the seats being reassigned to airline crew. This month, a member of parliament posted on X, talking about her downgrade without intimation. Every time Air India downgrades its passengers, it pays the price with its reputation. The loyalty points take a further hit with regular delays, which seem to be a persistent problem, because Air India's punctuality continues to be in the pits. So, whether you look at timeliness, seating, or staff, it's clear that the new Air India has not gotten off to a flying start. It's time that its management realizes that the runway to recovery takes a lot more than throwing money at the problem.
Merci beaucoup. Hi. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Namaste, Mr. President.
Bharat ke logon ko meri namaste.
How many people generally follow you in interviews?
Typically in a month, we have viewers up to 150 million. That's more than twice the population of France. And in the last 2 years, we had 3 billion viewers. So I say, Laurent, this is your chance to be famous. You're on Firstpost. One word to describe your equation with Prime Minister Modi.
Amitié.
As India and France work together, are you creating a new era of non-alignment in the technology space?
India is a training superpower. 1 million engineers a year, more than all of Europe and the US combined. So we have that partnership. We have a partnership on the environment and the economy. We also have civilian nuclear programs, and that is something we've developed far beyond the France-India relationship. So we want to work together on AI.
And then comes China with its DeepSeek, creating models at a fraction of the cost. Did that innovation take you by surprise? Did that breakthrough make you sit up and think, what did the Chinese do and how?
But what did DeepSeek do? They took everything that was already available from the last AI model, and then they recalibrated it.
So are you going to ban Chinese AI in France?
So we don't have this American approach of banning tech because of where it comes from.